Hey collective, let's have a little fun this morning. We're gonna grab my Oracle What's the Tea, and I do have a feeling this might be in regards to my collective's love life. So let's see what's happening and why have we felt called to grab this deck. Oh, okay, so we've got ego card, Boss Daddy came out, child services, and wolf in a sheep's skin, clothing. Wow, okay, so this might be a message directed to those of you who might be currently under influence of some kind of masculine with this boss daddy energy here. Someone who might have what's the word for it? Because you're saying stable, rich business owner, CEO, big dick energy. So this might be in regards to somebody like, and speaking of that ego, so somebody whose ego might be in some way stripping you of your freedom, what comes through. And with this child services and this wolf in a sheepskin, so I feel for a lot of you, this might actually, the situation in here might be difficult, and there is something about toxic kind of a pattern happening in here. And somebody, and I feel this refers to this big daddy energy and this wolf in sheep's clothing. So somebody who, okay, wow. So this is going to be about those of you who very possibly, fell in love in here with somebody who initially gave off like a very stable vibes and protective vibes. But when you got into the relationship with them, and some of you might actually have children with that person and you might be married to them. So it feels like once you put that ring on your finger, what I'm kind of hearing, this wolf came out of that sheep's clothing. So there's something about you learning the truth about the person that you possibly still with, or you are kind of still entangled. You've got something going on with them, but the person in here showed you their true colors once you kind of settled down with them, is what I'm kind of hearing. Okay, let me just shuffle this deck one more time before I grab my tarot for confirmation. Yeah. So with card of, hold on. Yeah. So we had a fake accounts, thief, played out, jackpot, happiness hater, and bankrupt. So it feels that, yeah, with this fake accounts, but I feel this refers just to this fake energy, of somebody who initially, and I feel with this thief card, so somebody who came in, showered you with affection, showered you with love bombed you, like, in possibly very narcissistic way, to then show you, like I said, this true colors. And yeah, and you might feel yourself to be very played out by this person and by this situation. There's also a card of bankrupt and this jackpot. So hold on, because this is like two very, so, and yeah, this past due. So I feel with this, I feel like this current situation that you are in is leaving you dry, like and also this past due, that this situation, this relationship, this connection is already past due date. And this happiness hater, so this is like, this is somebody who is keeping you with them because they don't want to see you happy without them, if that makes sense. They don't care so much about your happiness, they just want you to be with them, like no matter what's the cost. But I feel like coming back to this ego, so the only reason they don't want you to leave is because of their big ego, and they don't want to appear like the person who got dumped, if you know what I mean. But also with this jackpot card in here, so I feel there is some kind of big blessings ahead. Yeah, so there's something that is going to unfold, or something that's going to instigate that change as well. So there might be some, oh God, what I've just heard as well. For a lot of you in here, like, you're going to meet somebody new. who's going to make you feel like you won that jackpot, like you actually really feeling loved and seen for the first time. But a lot of you might meet this new person while you are still entangled in your old connection, in your marriage. Like, you know, marriage comes through very strongly in here. Right, let me just see if there's anything else that wants to come through. Legal issues. Yeah, so a lot of you might be here, you know, like I said, there's this marriage, possible divorce that is needed. Like, you know, there's some kind of paperwork and delays. Yeah, photo proof, same shit every day. So a lot of you here are stuck in some kind of a route. You're not very happy with your current marriage, with your current situation, but just because you've got some legal ties together, it might feel that, you know, it's not as easy, or it feels impossible for a lot of you to even, you know, think about breaking out of it or leaving it. Right, let's just get some light seer tarot. I'm picking up the deck and I straight away got 3 of Swords on the bottom, which means that for a lot of you here are stuck in a situation that is really hurting you and is really breaking your heart. But there's something you're looking at, this child services. So like, I feel a lot of you are doing it also because of the children, like what I'm kind of hearing as well. Right, let me just get some light seer tarot to confirm this message, Spirit, because I've got very itchy nose. You might have an itchy nose that might be significant. Knight of Pentacles is coming out. So I feel some of you guys have been stuck. Yeah, some of you guys have been stuck in a very unfulfilling situation for a very long time here now, and you've had it on your mind to leave for a significant amount of time. And also with this 4 of Cups, you are definitely deeply unfulfilled in whatever current situation you are finding yourself in. 3 of Wands. Some of you are already leaving. You're already in the process of leaving. Even if you haven't physically left, I feel like, you know, emotionally, mentally, you're already left the current situation. Because yeah, with this Ace of Swords, there's some kind of clarity, and also I feel it has a lot to do with you really truly learning who the person that you are with is. Like, you know, you've learned the true colors and you're not interested in entertaining this connection anymore. You don't want to spend your energy on them anymore. It feels like they're draining you. You are very deeply unhappy. But there is something that is going to be handed into you. Yeah, 10 of Swords. So you end in something here. So yeah, we had from the Ace of Swords to the 10 of Swords. So from something that initially started just as a thought, and you know, you've and I feel a lot of you, you know, you are possibly very alone in this situation, because, you know, it feels like you're going crazy when you're going against a person with a, you know, very toxic ego, or, you know, this narcissistic kind of tendencies. So those people don't really think about your happiness, and sometimes, you know, talking to them and trying to even make your thoughts heard or seen makes you feel like you're going crazy, because they can be very dismissive. You might be dealing here with somebody who doesn't want to hear about you leaving them. So there's like, yeah, there's this energy of somebody here being really stuck, but at the same time, like really being done. Like, you know, you are really done here with some kind of situation, but you are still in some way stuck in it, but with this strength on the bottom. So I feel like, you know, you are restoring some kind of courage here. This 3 of Wands is coming out to move towards that new direction, to go with that change. Is there anything else from tarot, please, Spirit? Yeah, that strength is definitely coming out. You need to be strong in this situation. 8 of Pentacles on the bottom. So I feel like this speaks about you needing to really focus your energy on yourself and align your values, and like really set everything in order and plan, like, you know, plan what is it that you want to do going forward. Yeah, 3 of Swords and the King of Cups. So I feel with this energy, what have we got on the bottom? Knight of Wands. So yeah, like at the moment you do feel yourself to be, you know, very heartbroken, but also, like, you know, this King of Cups, like, you know, I feel like a lot of you in here, like, you know, you do really crave that true affectionate love, you know, a place where you kind of really truly seen for who you are. And I feel some of you, after this end, yeah, with this 10 of Swords, like, you know, you're going to revive certain drive and passion about yourself, and you're going to be able to attract like rightful love and connection into your life. Anything else from tarot? Yeah, Devil, Two of Pentacles, and that Knight of Wands. So this feels like, yeah, with this Two of Pentacles, so this is this balancing act. And this is this, in a way, maybe, you know, still feeling weighed down and, you know, not knowing how to drop the current weight or how to move forward and towards this new direction, because I feel like a lot of you here, like, you know, you've got something else on your mind, like, you know, you've got something else you want to do with your life, and you feel yourself to be very restrained and stuck, like, you know, with this Devil. You feel like literally like a puppet on a string, like, you know, like you're being played currently by somebody who, and also this narcissistic energy is coming through in here. So a lot of you might be under a spell of that, literally. So this is like this energy of needing to break out of it, needing that courage to really truly see what's happening, and take the matters into your own hand as well in here, because, you know, we're talking here about your life, we're talking here about your happiness, talking about your life and your happiness. Yeah, there's this Nine of Cups on the bottom. Yeah, there's a Moon. So there's a lot of illusions currently in your life. Yeah, there's a Death as well. There's a King of Swords. Yeah, this Nine of Cups coming out. So yeah, Ace of Wands, new beginning again, like, you know, with the new sparked passion in here, but also Death card here with the Hermit. So I feel like, you know, there's an end to something here with this Death, and you know it within yourself. So with this Hermit, it invites you to find your own space, find your own thoughts, you know, shut everything out on the outside and just listen to your internal voice, because that voice will tell you, and that voice will guide you, and that voice will help you take the necessary action. And also with this King of Swords in here, I feel this is coming out as reminder to you as well of the power that you have, and the power of truth, and the power of word, and how you also, with this energy, like, you know, for you to stand in your truth and do not allow this illusion and this Devil to cloud your judgment, or to cloud your perception of things. And also, like, you know, yeah, with this King of Cups looking again, I feel it also speaks about you needing to trust your intuition, and you needing to take some kind of charge in this situation in here if you want to experience a true happiness, because this true happiness will come in after you've cleared out this toxicity out of your life, because a lot of you are here stuck in some kind of toxic energy. And yeah, there's a Four of Wands. So you crave this celebration, home, union, and it doesn't have to necessarily be like, you know, in a romantic way, but, you know, some of you, just because of you being stuck and kept away, literally, like, you know, from the world by somebody that has this negative influence on you. So with that, it feels like, you know, you are missing out on actual life, on experiencing things that you want to experience. So there is this guidance here, and the energy of, like, you know, listen to your heart and move forward with your truth. Speak your truth always until you get your point across, and until you restore your freedom and your balance in your life. Right, okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Love you.